Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where today there is a lot of confusion in the zombies community and even more to go over. With the full official reveal of the upcoming Vanguard Zombies mode, Treyarch is making drastic and sweeping changes to the mode that a lot of people didn't expect, and many in the community find very confusing of exactly what they're intending to change. So I'm going to try to approach this in one of the best ways I know how, using the current game that hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching on the channel over the past year, Cold War Zombies, as a base for what's been removed, changed, and updated that a lot of the trailers didn't specifically address, and a lot of the information was kind of buried at small points within blog posts and things like that. So a lot of people in the zombies community aren't aware of the specifics of this new game. First off, why don't we get kind of like the negatives out of the way first, where the upcoming zombies mode within Vanguard has removed a lot of different things that has become standard in Cold War as well as zombies games in the past. The most glaring of these things is that this new Vanguard Zombies mode will not feature any sort of wall buys. So no longer can you just purchase a specific weapon off the wall that you just say, I want to use this weapon, it's on the map, I don't have to bother with the RNG of the mystery box, I'll just grab it off the wall. It's been a staple of the Call of Duty Zombies mode across time and across developers since Nocta Untone's original release in World at War. Treyarch has decided to remove that feature, and in its stead, the way you acquire new weapons in Vanguard Zombies can be done in one of two ways. The first way is the traditional method, the RNG method of the mystery box. You can spin the mystery box within the Zombies hub within this new game mode and get a new weapon that way, or through the second way. The developers didn't really talk about this, but it was mentioned within a blog post that just like in the Outbreak game mode, this new game mode within Vanguard Zombies will feature loot chests on the map themselves, some of which will reward you with new weapons to use. Both methods are RNG based, so for players looking to acquire a specific weapon each and every single time that might be located on the map somewhere like in previous games, you unfortunately won't be able to do that in Vanguard in this game mode at this time. Maybe that will change in the future. Although if there's one specific weapon that you want to start the game with, just like in Cold War, your starting loadout in Vanguard Zombies can be chosen beforehand, so at least you can get one weapon for sure without any randomness associated with it. With Vanguard using Cold War Zombies' gameplay model as a base, you'll notice that some things are returning, such as armor and the crafting station, but those two things have now been merged, where at the crafting station you can now upgrade and replenish your armor, craft lethal and supports. But if you notice, a tab seems to be missing from this new updated crafting table, where the support tab is no longer there. At least they haven't shown it within the gameplay footage they provided, nor have they talked about it, meaning the additions of Scorestreaks seems to be a thing Treyarch has removed in Vanguard Zombies. And speaking of removals, probably the most glaring and surprising, kind of unfortunate thing that Treyarch seems to have removed in Vanguard Zombies, specifically on this first map, is that this first map, Der Anfang, is not a round-based map, nor does it really contain any standard elements of a round-based map within it. Instead, it is, as previous leaks have suggested, basically a combination of the Onslaught and Outbreak game modes from Black Ops Cold War that combines the PlayStation exclusive Onslaught's use of multiplayer maps, bringing them into the Zombies mode, along with Outbreak's specific focus on objectives in order to progress to the next map, and so on and so forth. The last seeming vestige of any kind of round-based progression on the map being in the form of Outbreak's round-based progression, where as you advance through Outbreak quote-unquote rounds, the world gets hard. Now, they also announced a bunch of things within this new Zombies mode that have not necessarily been removed, but have been pretty extensively changed. The first having to do with the Pack-a-Punch machine. The PAP in its original form is still in Vanguard Zombies and will play a crucial role in the gameplay of Der Anfang as always. However, it seems like elements of the secondary alternate ammo type abilities have been altered, with those AATs such as Brain Rot now being tied instead to a different form of upgrade progression on the map called Covenants, where as you complete objectives and progress through these outbreak-like waves, you'll receive a currency called Sacrificial Heart, and you can use these to purchase Covenant upgrades, one of which is an upgrade such as Brain Rot, amongst a whole bunch of other different effects that are kind of separated by Rarity. I will say that this system of Covenants is probably the most innovative and interesting new feature that Vanguard Zombies is bringing to the table, as it's almost like collecting trading card buffs mid-game that you can kind of tailor to whatever build of perks and weapons you're running at a specific time. And notice how the different Covenants have different rarities associated with them. So rarities will be making a return in the form of different Covenant rarities, but we mostly know rarities within Cold War Zombies being tied to weapons themselves. Now, Treyarch has confirmed within their blog that Salvage will be making a return into Vanguard Zombies, but they specifically haven't directly addressed whether weapon rarities will be returning. They did say that as the game progresses, the weapons that you'll receive out of the mystery box will grow more powerful over time, which could mean that weapon rarities are in fact returning, and that the mystery box will act the same as it does in Cold War, where in later rounds the mystery box is more likely to give you higher rarity weapons out of it. Or if they've removed weapon rarities entirely from the game, it could just mean that the weapons that you pull out of the box will have a higher Pack-a-Punch tier already applied to them. The salvage you get from completing rounds is exclusively used for refilling your armor and crafting lethal and tactical items. The selection of field upgrades you can use has been reduced to 4 at launch, but in a way I kind of feel like this is a form of addition by subtraction, wherein Treyarch is attempting to give your choice of field upgrade personality. It's almost going to be like another character that you carry along with you on your back, where the personality of the demon gods that give you the powers of Ether Shroud will be different from the demon god that gives you the power to activate Ring of Fire, for example. I kind of see this as Treyarch's response to players' feedback that the lack of a set crew within Cold War Zombies really hurt the kind of narrative and fun experience of the mode, so they're going to instead give you a permanent character to carry along with you at all times in the form of your field upgrade ability. In the reveal today, Treyarch did highlight that some of the cross-progression functions introduced into Zombies and Cold War, like Battle Pass progression, weapon and leveling progression across all modes within Vanguard and Warzone will be returning, but something that consistently popped up within Treyarch's marketing from their developers as well as within their blog posts is their continued admission that their Zombies mode within this game is designed to be as accessible as possible for new players of the mode, which in part kind of scares veterans of the mode. It's like, are they just going to be making the game super easy and just catering to new players, always telling them what to do, always with an objective, rather than traditional round-based maps, which are more exploratory, that doesn't always have an objective in your face telling you what to do and where to go? It is kind of a difficult position for Treyarch to be in. How do you make a Zombies mode that appeals both to the Zombies community and at all skill levels and all depth, and to the guys that just play Warzone and want to hop into some random Zombies mode to level up weapons for camos and attachments? With the slew of big changes to the core of the COD Zombies mode and the lack of any specific round-based content at launch in Vanguard Zombies, Treyarch is looking to bring Zombies into a different direction at the start of this new game. At least for me personally, and amongst my friend group in which I play Zombies with, we've always been primarily fans of round-based maps, as quite simply that's what we enjoyed playing the most. So to see it not included at the start here in Vanguard Zombies is somewhat disappointing. However, Cold War Zombies did show that Treyarch can change standard aspects of the Zombies mode that we've gotten used to for forever and ever, ever and revolutionize them to make a very fun, rewarding zombies gameplay experience that hopefully this new mode and this new map, Der Anfang, will provide for the community at the launch of the game. But guys, that wraps up the news today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a lot more to unpack and more news coming about the future of Vanguard Zombies very soon, covering that in another Zombies news update tomorrow. I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace.